Hello students, and welcome to Microsoft Excel. This is tutorial 6, managing multiple worksheets and workbooks. We are going to be working on the case problem 1. This should be on page EX384 through EX385 in your book. And I've already gone online and downloaded the case file worksheets, the student data files. So we're going to be working with cheese. And let's see what our rubric says about this assignment. It's worth 25 points. We're going to be turning in a Cheese Plus template, and a Cheese Plus 2016. It looks like we're working with a guy that has 3 pizzerias, and he's wanting to do a summary sheet for all those to show what his summary sales are. So make sure you're checking your rubric and checking your work. Make sure you're uploading those three different workbooks: Cheese Plus template, and Cheese Plus 2016. Alright, so let's just jump in and get started. Alright, I've opened up my workbook, and since we're on to the 6th assignment out of 11, we know that I'm going to be putting in my own information here. Today's date is 11/10. Okay, so let's read what we're doing here. Remember, this is in real time, and this is as if a student was doing it. So this is just your walkthrough to compare your work to. So we have a Cheese Plus Pizzeria. Cheese Plus Pizzeria has 3 locations, and which Samuels manages the 3 pizzerias. He uses Excel to summarize sales data for each location. He has compiled the year's data for each location in a workbook. He asks you to have the total. He asks you to total sales by type of service and location for each quarter, and then format each worksheet. Mitch also needs you to calculate sales for all the locations and types of services by completing the following. So opening up the first one, the Cheese Workbook, locating Excel, we're going to save it as Cheese Plus. So our very first thing, let's save this as our new name. Save as. And as always, I like to work on my desktop. Alright, step 2 in the documentation, we're entering our name and date. We've already accomplished that. On step 3, we're going to group the downtown, east side, and west side worksheets. Now to group, we know that we can hit either the control button and click them one at a time, or we can click on it, hold the shift, and group them all together. Now when we group something, we know that any changes done to one will be done to all of them. In the grouped worksheet, we're going to calculate the quarterly totals in the range B7 to E7 and the types of service totals in the range F4 to F7. Alright. So we're looking for totals in the range B7 to E7, so we're going to do a total for quarter 1, total for quarter 2, 3, and 4, and we're also going to do a total for dine-in, total for pickup, and a total for delivery. Okay, the easiest way to do this is more than likely to use a sum function, so let's just go ahead and do that. I'm going to put in my totals. And I'm going to say equals sum of this range. And since I don't want to type that over and over again, I'm just going to drag my formulas down. And here we're going to do equals sum of range 4 through 6. Close my paragraph, and then drag my formulas across. Now what you should see is on east side and west side, those now exist. So I had to type one time, and I got a tremendous amount of data done on several sheets. Okay, we're going to improve the look of this now by choosing a formatting of our choice. This can be anything that you like. Really choose it yourself. I'm just going to do a couple simple formats. Outside borders. Actually, let's do all borders. And then I'm going to make a nice thick outside border. Again, this is just personal preference. you can do anything that you so choose. Okay, so I've made it look a little bit better. Again, this was just quick and dirty to show you what you can do. I also went through and did the pasting special so that you can see how you can paste the formatting. Just a quick refresher on that without me having to tell you. Alright, the next step is to ungroup these. So I just hit my shift button and clicked on one, and now they are ungrouped, but you can see the formatting has stayed for all of them. Alright, on step 6, we're going to place a copy of one of the location worksheets between the documentation and downtown worksheets, and then rename it as summary cells. Well, it has to go between documentation and downtown, so I'm going to just click on this one. I'm holding down my control button, you can see the icon, and I'm going to move it to the left. Downtown 2, I'm double click on it, I'm going to rename it as summary cells. So I have summary cells, downtown, east side, west side. Alright, on step 7, we're going to delete the values ranges B4 through E6. Notice I didn't delete my formulas, I left them as is. And we're going to change the label in A2 to summary cells. Okay, we're up at step 8 in the ranges B4 through E6. We're going to enter the formulas that add the cells and the corresponding cells of the 4 quarterly worksheets using a 3D references to calculate the totals for each product and group. So I want the first total cells for dine-in, the first quarter dine-in, of the sum for downtown, east side, and west side. To do this, I need to use a 3D reference. So to do that, I'm going to go here, I'm going to hit enter, I'm going to sum, and I'm going to open my paragraph. I'm going to come over here to downtown, and I'm going to hit shift, and the dine-in, come over here to the west side, and that gives me my range. Hit enter, and you can see that 137612 should be my range number, and I'm going to control C that and drag it over to the rest of them. Now these are values of money, and I like them to have a apostrophe. The formatting of the numbers seems to be a little wrong. So just a quick setup for me, I'm going to come back down here, reselect all of them, highlight this first ones, and I'm going to format the numbers. Seems my, there we go. And I'm going to change this to number, 0 decimal places, and I want, dadgummit, hold on one second. Alright, so I want, my mouse is, again, a little screwed up and very sensitive. I want number, 0 decimal places so that I have the comma. Hit OK. And now I'm just going to ungroup them again real quick. So everything's very clear, it's easy to see. Paste formatting. You can see the formatting all matches them really easily. Again, this is a very ugly formatting. I just wanted to do something quick so you can see it. We're going to set up the summary cells in the 3 locations worksheets for printing now. For each worksheet, we should be centered horizontally to fit on one page. Display the name of the worksheet centered in the header, and display your name and the date on separate lines in the right section of the footers. Okay, so let's start by inserting our headers and footers. That'd be the easiest thing. You can see this little dashing line. It tells me that where my print line is. So you can see all this from A1 down to A46 over to G46 is one page. So let's come over here to insert, and we're going to do headers and footer, and our header should be the name of the worksheet. Let's go ahead and group these together. That way we can do this one time and not have to redo it. So the name of this worksheet is the Cheese Plus. Okay, and in my footer, I'm wanting to put my name, and I'm wanting to put the date, I believe. Today is 11/10/2014. Okay, let's go back over to page view and file, print. You can see a print preview here. I have my footer, I have the name, now we need to make it fit on one page. So I'm going to come down here, go to scaling, fit sheet on one page. Alright, where it looks like we're done with step 9, so let's close out a print preview and go over step 10. We're going to save the Cheese Plus workbook and remove the cells data, but not the formulas from each of the locations. So go ahead and save that. Then, I forgot to ungroup. So make sure you don't forget to ungroup. Then unsave. Then we need to come through and delete the cells data, but not the formulas. You can see my summary cells are now blank, my downtown's blank, my east side and west side. The next thing we're going to do is save this as an Excel template with the name Cheese Plus Template. To do that, we're going to come over to File. We're going to do a Save As. Again, I always work on my desktop when I'm doing active worksheets. And I'm going to choose a Save As type as Save As Excel Template. And we're going to change this to Cheese Plus Template and hit Save. Then we're going to create a new workbook based on the Cheese Plus template and then save it as Cheese Plus 2016. Now Microsoft Excel will automatically search for templates that you've created, so let's go over here to File, New. We're going to choose Personal because we've already created one, and we're going to choose Cheese Plus Template. I already got it open, so let's close this one out and open up Microsoft Excel one more time. And then do this from scratch. So File, New, Personal Templates, Cheese Plus Template. So now I got a nice template that Microsoft has saved for me. And this tells me an entered value of 10 in ranges B4 through E6 for downtown, east side, and west side. So I'm just going to group these together real quick and hit 10. Now, I'm doing it one at a time. I could have just grabbed it and copied it over. I just want to paste the values. Ungroup it, and then my summary cells shows the correct numbers. And we just got to save and close the workbook, and we are done. And this is Cheese Plus 2016. Alright guys, we used a 3D reference, we worked with multiple work groups, and we created a template in that tutorial. It took me about 10-11 minutes to teach it to you guys, so you should have no problem with it. If you have any questions, let me know. I look forward to hearing from you guys. And also, you guys have been doing excellent on the work up to this point.